Secrets for an Inspirational Life, Series 1, Episode 1, How to Accept Ourselves Completely. Thank you so much for joining me today on today's episode. I am so happy to have you here with me, and welcome to you. It is the first episode of this series, and I'm actually very, very thrilled to have this podcast because for so long I have been thinking about this and have just really waited for the right time. You know how it is. It's one of those things where we always have all these things we'd like to do and dreams and wishes, and I do believe, that it all comes at the right moment. Everything, absolutely everything, comes to us in the right moment. So I hope you enjoy. We shall have lots of different guests and lots of different stories, inspirational stories on the podcast, and different experts also to share wisdom, wise words, and helpful ideas and hints and things that together we can hopefully really try to make this world a better place, a happier place, and a world that's filled with love and grace. And although times have been difficult throughout history, in fact, we are really, I believe, at an awakening moment of humanity where we really have this power that's been given to us on a much more divine level to open the hearts of people, and hopefully together we can share some beautiful moments. So, how to accept oneself and how to accept ourselves completely. Wow, my goodness, it's one of the hardest things to do, I believe, in our lifetime. And it is not an easy feat. Each chapter that we have in our life, each new chapter, brings with it a new lesson and a new realization of ourselves. From the moment that we are born and place our footsteps on this earth, we know without doubt that we belong to a greater plan. And we know that there is this great plan and a journey that has been laid out for us, and that every road that we take is absolutely necessary in order for us to reach our soul's purpose. We are all conquering adversity and struggling in our own way. Everyone we meet, if we look around and see the people that we meet, we can see that everybody has their own story. And this is also really why I wanted to set this podcast up, is to share these stories, because we are absolutely remarkable, beings of light that deserve to share our story with each other. And although we're struggling, all of us, as I said, in our own way, sometimes just getting up in the morning and putting one foot in front of the other, we are succeeding. We really are. And we should never underestimate the power of the small things that make the heart still want to keep beating. The small things that we think of as nothing are in fact huge things. And we have to do whatever it takes to never lose that hope. So whatever happens to us, it is essential not to give up this hope, to live, to love, and to believe wholeheartedly, to have this faith of a better tomorrow, knowing with certainty that this is a moment in our hands that can bring a change so profound, and that the next hour, the next day, can be transformed from despair to hope. I believe that every moment is crucial, and the decision always rests in our hands how we live. That is our secret infinite power. And one of the mistakes of modern thinking is that we are led to think that we should be the same as everyone else. But this is where the fundamental flaw is, as we are all individual and totally unique. And all that we need to do is to embrace our beautiful differences. We forget that we do not have to ask permission from absolutely anyone to be ourselves. It is really when we begin to compare ourselves to others that we begin to suffer, as it is an impossible task to be like anyone else. Absolutely, we can't be like anyone else because we were created to be unique, and there's not one single person on this planet that is the same, and that's the most wonderful, amazing thing. And the journey ahead of us, becomes more confusing only when we lose our way through the doubt of others' misconceptions about who we should be as opposed to who we are. And really, our only concern should be to find our own worth and value in order to benefit our own life on a more deeper and more meaningful level, and thus then being able to be of real service and of value to others, which is part of our true nature, to share this time on earth with all living beings and experience the profound joy of belonging to a greater, more spiritual awakening. We really must try to remember, I say this for myself also, that everyone we meet yearns and longs for, dreams, misses someone, has loved, has lost, has won. And, because of this, we all belong to the same circle of life. The magic and the mystery and this mysticism of our life is that each one of us has this eternal symphony that forever echoes in the great mystery of our existence. There's so much more to us and our life. And we are all lovers of life, who with our passion and joy of the divine thread that runs through all of us, intrinsically yearn something greater that transcends heaven and earth. So this phenomenal power of the soul inspires this music of our heart to dance amongst the worlds of the infinite and forever trust in love of the mystical that moves us to a state of being beyond all of time and all of space. And this ever-trembling question that makes the heartstrings quiver in real ecstatic yearning is, how do we reach this state of grace that leads us to the awakening of the divine within us, that beckons our spirit, with each and every breath that we take? The answer, I really believe, is that it lies in the realization that although we all have walked amongst the shadows, and we certainly, if we recall back on our life, all of us can remember those dark times, but we have this inner light, and this inner light is like a nightingale that sings this beautiful song and guides us to the daybreak of hope and captures this dawn within us that sets us free from all the chains of this world and propels us into the hemispheres of the sublime, where the gentle notes of this heavenly rain showers upon us to remind us of our purpose and acceptance of our real being. And it's something that every single day of our life we can experience. And every new journey, every new encounter with everyone we meet opens up a real new possibility and a doorway into finding out this mystery of ourselves. I hope you enjoyed the first episode, and I very much look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Thank you so much again for joining me, and let's really hope and pray and touch each other's hearts with love and beauty. Thank you again. See you next time.
Thank you for listening to Secrets for an Inspirational Life, brought to you by your host, Mimi Novic. Please remember to subscribe to the podcast, and see you in the next episode. For more information about Mimi Novic and her books, music, and inspirational work, take a look at her website, www.miminovic.co.uk.